obviously a big bloke personally, but is there any added incentive for you knowing that maybe if you play well, keep delivering what you are, that there might be more of an opportunity there later in the year?
Yeah, like I said out there, it's not the way you really want it. You know, like he's a bloody good bloke and he's a skip for a reason for the All Blacks. He's an unreal player and he's, like I said, he's a bloody good bloke. So, you know, I feel sorry for him and I wish him a speedy recovery. And to be honest, you know, I heard about that. You know, I got a few messages here and there, but I'm focusing on the Blues campaign. You know, if you do your job and you play good in the Blues or your franchise, then higher honours will come. So right now I'm just focusing on what I can do and help the Blues win, because that's my first thing. I want us to win. I want to win week in, week out.
What are you taking the most pride in? Your tackles, your over the ball stuff, your turnovers, or you know, what's kind of your badge of honour at the moment for the way you play?
I think when Sir Graham Henry, you know, coached us when I was still with Auckland, he made a massive emphasis around, you know, going to look for tackles and just being mongrel out there. And that's something I want to always go out there, and I want to be one of the most physical players out there. And you know, he taught me a valuable lesson. You know, it's the basics. When you do that well, then you know all the razzle and all the good stuff will come on later on. But when you nail your basics, that's when you're performing. And I feel like when I went out there, you know, I focus on my basics. You know, tackling, jackling, slowing down the ball, and then the finer, you know, the good stuff. You know, all the razzle and stuff will come later on from doing that hard work. So I just feel like I just go out there and I'm trying to nail the basics, like you said, tackling, you know, trying to set early and run, you know, if I get the ball in my hands, and then the fun stuff will happen later on.
The Highlanders, after the bye, a bit more wary of them after what they did last night.
What a game, jeez. Yes, Ireland's good. But to be honest, all credit to them. They came out and they were hissing for the whole 80, and you know, it's good to see that any team can get beaten on the day. And you know, the Highlanders are one of those teams, like, I shouldn't really say, but like they're like a weed. You cut them, but they come back straight away. You know, so they're a good outfit. And I know we can't treat. You know, every week we have to have a process to the team we're playing, and you can't sleep. You know, even one day on the job, because you know that the whole competition is up for grabs, and every week's a hard one. You know, so we just got to keep doing week by week and focusing on the job at hand.
Summarise that 80 minutes.
Yeah, look, it's pretty frustrating. 80 minutes of footy. Came with the intention to, you know, play with tempo, and we didn't get to do that. A lot of it was through our inability to hold on to the ball at times, and you know, we just didn't get to play the way we wanted to play, and that's how. We knew if it was stop-start and there wasn't much ball in play, the Blues would win.
You certainly had quite a bit of ball yourself, ball in hand. What do you put the sort of lack of execution down to? Can you put your finger on just why that wasn't coming off for you when you had ball in hand?
No, not yet. I'll have a look at it. But I think there was just a little bit of individual error at times. But you know, I need to have a look to see why.
What was your read on the yellow card and the penalty try?
Yeah.
What was the explanation for that?
Just that I've collapsed it. I thought I was just stopping Offa scoring the try, but at the end of the day, it's the ref's call, and when they make a call, you can't argue. You just gotta. Well, I'll try to, but you know, you just gotta go sit down and so.
They just got to make sure they get those big ones right, don't they? And that she's 7 points, she's a penalty try and a sin bin, and that creates a lot of. You know, you can't play with 14 and create tempo on that. So when there's big calls like that, they've got to be bang on.
Could you refer that upstairs? No.
I have no idea.
No, I don't think we can. No.
Yeah.
Do you think they got it right?
No, I don't. No, it's pretty. That was a tough one, but you get those. They go both ways. Just unfortunately, they're big swings in the game.
You challenged the forwards, pretty markedly this week. Did you get the response you wanted, maybe apart from those line-out misfires in the first half?
Yeah. A couple of line-out errors. I think probably both teams did. But I think our scrum was pretty solid. By and large, I think we were putting pressure on them there, and around the park, I think we didn't. It wasn't just a set piece. We wanted more. We wanted to get our big men around the park and really carry with some purpose and show some intent with the clean-outs, which we saw. So I think they can be pretty happy with their night in the office.
How do you think you place for the back half of the
Yeah, well, we're still in the fight, which is what we're trying to do every week, and got the Highlanders who have come off a bloody fantastic performance. So I think we've earned a break. We've had 4 weeks in a row. I think there's some tired bodies, physically and mentally, tired coaches as well. So we'll take the days and recharge, and it's going to be a hectic run home.
Has that result in Christchurch last night kind of opened the competition back up?
Totally, yeah. I think everybody knew that we could beat everyone else, but the way that the Highlanders beat the Crusaders was a bit of a statement, really. And all of a sudden, it has opened it right up, and they must be brimming with confidence. And we've got to travel down to Dunedin and take them on at home, and it's going to be a big battle for us.
Does the way the Highlanders beat the Crusaders, I know you don't have the nets, did that give you insights into what you can take out of that maybe?
What it shows is they were right up for it, and the Crusaders were probably 2 or 3% not quite there. I think that's a fair summation that they just beat them to the punch in most areas. They were quicker to the clean out and got some fast ball and able to play the game that they wanted to play. So you don't get the Crusaders 2 or 3% off very often, and they made them pay for it. So well done to them, and it makes it a very interesting comp.
It's a long way back from 1-1, but that's what the Highlanders did on Friday night. Gives you a bit of confidence for the back end of the year that anyone can knock anyone over on any day.
Yeah, I think I didn't need to see that last night to know that already. But mate, the Highlanders were impressive. We can take something away from them around how they just attacked the Crusaders. They attacked them when they had the ball and when they didn't. But I think everybody in this comp knows that when one team gets it right, if the other team doesn't, they'll win regardless of who you are. So yeah, look, we've got nothing. We can't do anything more about the Blues. So now we'll look at the Crusaders and make sure we attack with the same vigour that we saw from the Landers last night.
Did they give you a bit of a blueprint, Adi, the Highlanders, and how to take those Crusaders in?
I actually didn't watch the game. I was catching up with some friends that night, but yeah, any team that kind of pips the Crusaders obviously plays well. So we'll look at the footage next week, but I didn't watch it.
On the flip side, do you expect like a more fired up Crusaders team? Like, are they a more dangerous team when they're coming off the back of a loss?
Yeah, any team is, and I think we know that, but I think we'll be fired up too. We're quite disappointed not getting the result tonight, so we know what the Crusaders bring and how clinical they are, and for us it's about, after this result, about coming back, and we'll be just as fired as well, so hopefully we'll be ready to go.